Very scary. No, this is what they do. are a self-proclaimed nation of animal lovers. Imagine walking along a street to see a stranger, beating, kicking, and punching an animal. How would that make you feel? Would that make you angry, sad? Would you want to stop it? I believe most of us would feel an urgency to intervene. That urgency is necessary and deserved for all exploited animals, regardless of species. We are not here to condemn you. We only hope that we can help open your eyes to the things that are hidden from us by those who exploit animals and corporations that profit off their suffering and abuse. The reality is that the degree and severity of their suffering is impossible to put into words. But imagine with me, for a moment, the life of an egg-laying chick. Immediately after hatching, he searches for the safety and comfort of the mother he will never know. But since he is born a male, his precious life is seen as worthless. He finds himself on a conveyor belt and is ground alive. This is always true, regardless of whether he comes from a facility labeled as free-range, cage-free, or humane. Imagine the life of a circus elephant. In nature, she would walk miles in open spaces. Instead, she spends days at a time in a cramped truck, living in her own excrement. She was trained with bullhooks, whips, and electrical prods to perform unnatural tricks, all in the name of entertainment. Imagine now the life of a dairy cow. As soon as she is old enough, her reproductive system is exploited year after year on what the industry itself calls a rape rack. She is forcibly impregnated, and after carrying her baby for 9 months, he is torn from her side as she bellows in despair, longing only to protect her child from the horrors she has known in her own life. She is robbed of the only joy that she will ever know, all that we can steal the milk that is meant for him. Imagine now the life of her calf. Just as soon as he has a chance to bond with his mother, he is viciously snatched from her side, never again to know an ounce of compassion in this world, only violence and abuse. As he can only think of the love of his mother, he is hauled off in a wheelbarrow, crammed in a small hutch, and within months slaughtered for veal or leather because his precious life, too, is considered worthless. These are just a few of the many examples of the many ways that humans exploit animals, treating them as property and worth only the pleasure they can bring to us. Now, just because we are not the ones beating them, hearing their screams, or slicing their throats does not mean that we are not taking part in their suffering. Every time we spend our dollars we cast a vote, we express our approval or disapproval for their abuse and slaughter. We have the power to stop the abuse by refusing to be complacent with what we are taught to be normal in our society. Recall that sense of urgency we talked about earlier. Animals need us now to be their voice. We are asking you to search your heart and stand up with us to fight for every animal to be happy, safe, free, and liberated. Join us, Direct Action Everywhere. Join us as we build a global grassroots movement.